My name is Briana Williams. I am 24. I am from California originally. I always knew that I wanted to go to Harvard. It was always my dream. It was a childhood fantasy, actually. I remember the day I got accepted. It's probably one of the best days of my life. When I got to Harvard, I had started dating my daughter's father on and off. I found out I was pregnant, and I told him. He hung up in my face. When I announced my pregnancy, it was hard for people to comprehend my being able to continue school at Harvard, and so I felt like I had a lot to prove.
So I was angry, scared, and frustrated all in one, because I know how hard she worked to get to where she was. I knew it was going to take away from her study.
It was just hard being in a community where I felt as though I stood out as a statistic and my position was stigmatized. It was difficult because it was me just being very much alone. And when my daughter was born, I cut her umbilical cord on my own, and then also I was in final exam period, and so I had work to do, and I probably was the only student bringing her baby to class when she needed, but I mean, if I wanted to be there and I didn't have a sitter, she had to come. I had to make it work. I brought her to all of the school events, and so I was like the only person walking around with a baby. It was just a tough experience having to navigate motherhood and academia with this baby who needed really all of my attention.
I know how she is. I know she is a multitasker. I know she's like a superwoman in my book. So I knew she can do it, but I didn't want her to have that extra pressure on her.
I think that I kept going on the basis of knowing that there would be long-term gratification. And one phrase that always remains in my head, like even today, it's like if I feel too exhausted, if I feel overwhelmed, or even incompetent, I tell myself just keep going, just don't stop. If you stop, you're gonna turn around and you're going to not have your eyes on where you're going. You're going to distract yourself and you're going to want to go backwards. You can't go there. It's okay to stop and breathe, but it's never okay to turn around. So my daughter is the best thing that ever happened to me. Having her taught me how to love, taught me how to forgive, not only other people, but myself when I feel like I'm falling short, and show myself grace when I know I'm doing the best that I can, like in life, but and most importantly, like being a mother, because that's my most important job, I feel. I was very emotional when I graduated, and even just like from the time I was walking across the stage. I started crying when I was like walking, because I was with my daughter. It was my greatest dream that, I mean, since childhood that I'd had, and I'd had so much pressure to finish, because everyone's like, oh, you probably won't be able to do it with a baby. A lot of people said that I would be confined, that I wouldn't be able to do anything once I had a baby. That all was not true. So when I had my daughter, I got her passport, and I just took her everywhere I went. So we travel all over together. It's great. I finished school with my daughter. I just walked her across the stage. I got a job at a top law firm in LA, at my dream job, and I have a podcast that I used for socio-political commentary, and so my dreams before and after didn't change. They became better because I had someone to do it with me.
Very excited, very happy, just overjoyed by what she has accomplished. The first in our family, to accomplish, something like that. So, I mean, this is a great feat. 24 years old with a Juris Doctorate from Harvard Law School, that is huge.